Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ken Busby, your cultural czar, a member of the board of the Tulsa Symphony, and we are here today with our musician moment. And today we're interviewing Gyan Galoob, our patron service coordinator with the Tulsa Symphony. Hi, Gyan. How are you?
Hi, Ann. I'm fine.
It's good to
Glad
see
to
you
see you.
today. Thank you. It's good to see you. I like your animal print
Thank
outfit.
you.
Very fun.
Thank you. And I like your shirt and tie. That's lovely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lavender is beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. It felt like a lavender day. I don't know why. Um, well, listen, a lot. We've really been enjoying these musician moments. We've gotten lots of
Yeah.
positive feedback on them as people have gotten to learn about the musicians they see on stage, to actually get to know more about them. They're not just that. There's more to their lives, and then of course we have this entire staff that's quote unquote behind the scenes. That makes it all work. And so you're one of those people that makes it all work. So let's talk a little bit about what it means to be a patron service associate.
It's great. And I will tell you, I know that these musical moments are going over very well because I'm the one that answers the phone,
Yes, you are.
at least, and I hear all the compliments. So
Awesome.
kudos to you and Anna, our marketing coordinator, and everybody involved in this because it seems to be a very popular thing.
It is. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
I
was,
forgot to.
okay, so I was thinking because you answer the phone, you're often the voice of the symphony. You're who people
Yes.
connect with when they have a question or need tickets or anything. So and you have such a pleasant voice.
Oh, thank
So I enjoy when we get to talk. But how long
you.
have you? How long have
Years in radio.
say that again?
I'm sorry. That comes from 18 years in radio.
It does, and you can tell, and you can tell.
Thank you. Okay.
And I want to talk about all that too. But how long have you been with the Tulsa Symphony?
I have been with them 2.5 years,
Okay.
a little over 2.5 years,
Hmm.
and it was very overwhelming at first because there's a lot to learn to issue a ticket. My goodness, there's a lot to go through, a lot of steps,
Hmm.
but the people on the other end of the phone are generally quite patient with me, thank goodness, and they're just very happy that we can get them good seats at a good price, and they can have quality, world-renowned musicians perform for them for a very reasonable price.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you're interfacing with the public, on a very consistent basis.
Yeah,
Uh, but um, but something led you to the Tulsa Symphony, and you've got a musical background. You played the piccolo, as I recall.
I do. I have played the flute since, well, longer than I think you've been alive.
Oh, that's
I,
hard to believe. That's hard to believe.
I started playing the flute when I was in fifth grade.
Okay.
And when I got to be in high school, I switched over and I was able to play piccolo.
Hmm.
I lived in Springfield, Illinois. We
Hmm.
had a professional symphony there.
Yeah.
My father was a trombonist with the symphony.
Hmm.
The first flute got fired. So the second flute took over, and that left the second flute open. Third flute took that, and guess what? I auditioned for the piccolo job, and I got it.
Well
I was
done.
the youngest player. I was 16. It was pretty wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah. A funny thing, I had never heard the phrase dress rehearsal before.
Right.
And on our first dress rehearsal, I dressed in my black gown and walked down the steps, and my mom and dad both laughed at me and said, "No, honey, that means we're just going to go. Tomorrow you wear the dress." So I
How
had to go
funny.
back and put on my regular clothes because I thought a dress rehearsal meant
You
dress.
were dressed. Yeah.
I sure was.
Sometimes, often in a theater setting, with the theater company, a dress rehearsal is in costume,
Oh,
so I can see why you would have thought that. Yeah.
I play with a couple of organizations up here in Tulsa.
Uh huh.
On one of them, one time, a gal came in her fancy black dress to a dress rehearsal. So it must have been her first time also.
Uh huh. Sure.
That was
Sure.
sweet. That was sweet.
So how long did you perform? Well, I guess you're still performing pretty regularly.
I lived in Norman
Mm-hmm.
and Oklahoma City. I moved here from Norman
Uh huh.
back in 2017, at which time I came to work for the symphony. But I had played, my late husband and I had played in the Oklahoma Community Orchestra in Edmond
Mm-hmm.
for 30 years. He
Wow.
was a percussionist,
Right.
and I played flute and piccolo, and we played together in that for a long, like 33 years since
Wow.
its second year in inception.
Wow.
So I came up here and I didn't play any. And of course, the symphony is full. There's no room for another piccolo player. Not
Right.
for Dana. My gosh, Dana is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
But I looked around after a little bit and found a couple of places to play. So I have some outlets, which is nice. But I haven't picked up a piccolo since my last rehearsal in March. So I'm not playing anything for you today.
Oh, okay. Then I guess we won't ask. I guess we won't ask you to do that. Okay.
Thank you.
but we know that you're around town, so we know that once life gets back to a little more normal, we'll be able to hear you out in the community.
Well, sure.
Okay.
Well,
there we go. Something to look forward to.
yeah. Well, okay.
I'm always an optimist.
Okay.
So, let me ask this question. This obviously keeps you pretty doggone busy, and interacting with the public and so forth. So, what have you, since you played music and have done so all for so many years? Obviously, it's very important to you. If you weren't in the musical field, have you ever thought about what you would be doing?
Well, I tell you what I did for 18 years.
Okay.
I did radio.
Aha.
And I started out as a reporter.
Yes.
And I think if I could, I would be a reporter again. Really enjoyed that because I like to schmooze. I'm curious.
Right.
And I love people, so, you know. But I tell you also, my late husband and I had a candy store in Norman. And we sold candy and gifts. And
Oh, wow.
it was wonderful. And I loved that part of my life. That was pretty fine. Pretty sweet.
Ba-dum-bum.
But
You've never uttered that phrase before. Would you want to do that again?
Not and stand on my feet all the time.
It's a lot of
That's
work.
what I like about this job. I'm sitting down at a desk.
Right.
It's a treat for me.
Yes, yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
So the other thing I do know about you, since I've known you, is that you're always busy. You're always doing something. But so is there such a thing as downtime for you?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What do you like to do in your downtime?
I needlepoint.
Cool.
I've needlepointed a lot. In fact, when we were quarantined, I finished 2 projects, which was pretty cool.
So maybe you could send us a photo of a couple of those works, and we could include those with our interview.
I would be happy to.
I'd like that. Then we could see some of your outlets, some of your talent. That'd be great.
I also have a puppy. She's not a puppy anymore. She's a dog. I got her from the SPCA here in Tulsa back in January. Perfect timing.
Yes.
And she has been my quarantine canine companion, and I don't know what I would have done without her.
Yeah.
I mean, she and I have found each other and helped each other. She was a stray, and she's a pretty happy girl now, and I'm pretty happy too.
That's awesome. You talk about a puppy versus a dog. For me and my family, we've all of our dogs have been puppies. It doesn't matter how old they are; they're always puppies.
Yeah, she's still a baby.
I have a 7-year-old German Shepherd, and she's still a puppy. She's adorable. So, but I tell you something: our pets really have helped us through all of this. I'm like you; it's like something to love on and hug and touch, and it's great. Yeah.
Another thing I do in my spare time is I'm fortunate to have 2 little grandsons up here in Tulsa, which is the main reason I moved up here. I have 2 sons, and they both live up here and teach up here. And then one of them has 2 children, 2 sons. Okay. And I live about a mile from them, and they are my heart balm. You know,
nice.
I love those boys.
Nice.
It's really great to see them all the time and get a hug.
Absolutely. We were very fortunate. That's terrific.
Boy, I know it.
That's terrific. Yeah. So I don't know why. I just want to ask this question. So I'm going to ask this question. What about cooking? Not, huh? Okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Obviously, I like to eat. I just don't like to cook. I can cook. I actually have cooked pretty well in the past. I don't like it.
Yeah. I've talked to several people during these, and that's why it's sort of interesting. Some really like it, and so they've gotten to really explore it, and others really don't like it, and this has made it really challenging, you know. So
I wish I got more enjoyment out of it.
yeah.
I know there are people, men and women, who say, "Oh, it's my relief. I go home and I get to be creative in the kitchen." And I mean, I can screw up Jell-O. Did you know that you don't add the powder to the hot water? You have to add the hot water to the powder first. Trust me.
Okay.
I speak from experience.
And so we have our cooking tip for today. That's awesome. Excellent. Thank you. Do you have a good, now that we've got that one, do you have a good needlepoint tip?
Always start in the upper right-hand corner.
Okay. There we go. There we go. Fun facts from Gyan. I can see a new radio show for you. Tips from Gyan, something like that. Yeah. Maybe?
Well, sure.
Why
sure.
not? Why not?
You'll be the first person I interview.
That'll be fun. You can turn the tables. You can turn the tables.
Okay.
Well, listen, Gyan, it has been a lot of fun visiting with you today. You made this really enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed it.
Of course. Always a pleasure to talk to you, Ken.
Thank you. So you take good care, and
Okay.
I will look forward to
Stay
seeing
healthy.
you. And what?
Stay healthy and
Yes.
wear your masks.
Yes, wear your mask, stay healthy, and I'll look forward to seeing you again in person. I hope very, very soon.
Excellent.
All right,
Thanks,
take care.
Ken. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.